take advantage of somebody. It says to treat someone unfairly in order to get what you want, especially someone who is generous or easily persuaded, right? And you got a lot of people who has this in their mind, right? They think they can be taken advantage of. They think people, you can't. It's impossible to be taken advantage of, right? If you follow God, it's possible. Now, if you don't follow God, you can be taken advantage of. That's true. That's true. Because you're not doing things for the Lord, you're doing things for you. So you can. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that real. What's up, brothers? So this is Colossians 3:23. And whatsoever you do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not unto men. Right? So if you look at every situation, like, hey, like every time you do something for somebody, if you look at that person if you look as though I'm doing this good thing for this person, and not, hey, I mean, if you look at the situation like, hey, I'm doing this good thing for God, I'm not doing this good thing for that person, right? You can't go wrong. The problem is people think, oh, well, I'm doing good for this person, they don't deserve it. I'm doing something good for this person, they didn't earn it. Something along those lines, right? And that's where you get mixed up at, right? That's where you get mixed up at, because you can't go to the Lord and be like, yeah, I didn't do good for this person because they didn't earn it, or they didn't deserve it, or they did this, or they did that. He's not trying to hear none of that, right? He's not trying to hear that. And that's a problem. And that's why you do things as if you're doing it unto the Lord, because you can't go wrong like that, right? But at the same time, right? You gotta be doing it with the right mindset, because you do have people who do good things, but they're not doing it because they love God, and that's the deciding factor. And ultimately, that person who's doing that good thing, right? If they're not doing it for God, it can be corrupted and twisted and wavered, right? Let me give you an example. Right? Let me give you an example. If it's a person, let's imagine this person is a good person. They always doing good things for people, good things, right? If somebody comes and harm their children, punch their wife in the face, I don't know, hit their children, something like that, right? This person is going to retaliate. Why? Because he doesn't have anything over himself he's standing upon. There's no one over him holding him accountable, right? Now, people who follow God, you understand that there's nothing bad that can happen to you where you can justify, hey, I did this because of that. There's no justifications in doing something wrong. You can't justify that, right? So that's what's going to hold people who follow God accountable, right? They're going to know in the back of their mind, hey, if I do this, I got to answer to this, right? Somebody who's doing good because they personally want to, that can be withdrawn, that can be taken away, in really any situation. Somebody who serves the Lord, when they're about to do something that's not right, trust me, in the back of their mind, they're thinking like, damn, I'm about to break this law, or damn, I'm not supposed to do this, or damn, I'm not supposed to do that. Best to believe that's running through their mind, right? And the fear of the Lord is going to determine if they're going to carry out that wrong act or let it slide. Their faith and their fear of the Lord is going to determine which way they're going to swing, right? More than likely, if somebody fear the Lord and love the Lord, are going to be persuaded to go stay on that right path than the wrong path more times than not, right? But that's the difference between a regular good person and a good person following God. Because a good person following God, it's hard to flip him to do something wrong. Somebody who's not following God, they can flip easily, because again, they don't have an actual anchor. They don't answer to anybody, right? This is Romans. I was actually about to get this chapter. Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is a reasonable service. Right? So we're supposed to make our bodies a living sacrifice. And how do we do that? Right? That sacrifice is sacrificing ourselves. Sacrificing ourselves in a sense of actions, right? Like, for an example, I was talking to the brother Karaf in Atlanta, right? Probably a day or two ago. And I was talking to him about a situation I had, and I don't want to get too much in detail, but I was talking to him about a situation that I had, and he was like, dang, that's crazy. And I was telling him how I felt. And it was basically about another church or whatever. I was telling him this is when I first came into Yahushua and found out what he was really about. So this is like during the beginning stages of that, right? So during the beginning stages, it was the people that was talking crazy, and I was telling them, like, yeah, man, I wanted to ride down there, right, and see what was up, see what's up with all that crazy stuff y'all was talking about. Like, what's up? What's the deal? Because I was telling them, like, that was just how we did it in Philadelphia, right? How I was raised in Philadelphia, how I was raised, and how it is here is when people talk crazy, whether it's on camera, in your face, gossip, whatever, they're basically telling you that I'm saying these things about you, and you can't do nothing about it. And if you do pull up, you're going to get smashed. So basically, talking trash, like, that's what it means here, right? But you got other places where people just talk, the other party talks, and it's just all the talking. In Philly, it's not like that. You talk, and it's going to escalate past that, right? It's not just going to be talking, right? It's not just going to be talking. It's not going to stay there. It's going to escalate, right? Every single time it's going to escalate. So, but that's the old man on me. So when I was going through that situation, the old man on me was like, you know how in cartoons they be having the good angel pop up and the bad angel. That bad angel was like, bro, you gonna take that shit? Bro, go down there, run down on him, and show him what time it is. And I'm just thinking, like, you know what? That drive is not that far away. I could probably just go make that real quick, see what time it is. I know where you preach at, right? Run down. That's what the old man was saying. The new man was like, no, this is a stupid, silly ass test, low level, low budget. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that dumbass pump fake. And that was what I went with. I just decided to go to Yahushua, like the Yahushua route, right? But this is our reasonable service, right? But the old man, he's gonna be battling the new man. They both gonna be on your shoulder, right? When you first come into Yahushua and you realize what love is and how you gotta operate, when you first come in, that bad spirit is gonna be a little bit louder than that good spirit. But over time, the bad spirit, his voice gonna shrink, and the good spirit, his voice is gonna expand, and it's gonna keep getting easier and easier, right? As you grow, right? And the Lord is going to constantly send you tests to bring you along, to make you stronger, to build up your defense, to build up your endurance, right? So certain things that you go through is going to be light work, right? Like if that were to happen to me today in my state that I'm in right now, brushing that off easy. That's light work, right? That's an easy step for him. That's light, right? That's easy. But back then, a little bit harder. It says, verse 2, and be not conformed to this, Romans 12, verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So it says, be not conformed to this world, because this world is all about vengeance. This world is all about the get back, right? But again, that reconciliation, trying to build that union back, trying to come back unto God, You got to put off the old man. You got to put off the ways of this world and put on the ways of the Most High. Put on the ways of love, forgiveness, and mercy. Put those things on.